Getting those first few clients as a new entrepreneur can almost feel impossible. So today we're going to dive into some practical strategies that you guys can implement in order to get quality leads and then turn those leads into sales. So let's just jump right into it. My name is Cliche, and if you follow this channel, you know that I am an entrepreneur myself. So I wanted to share with you guys some really practical ways in order to gain those few clients in the beginning, because that seems like that's the hardest part of business when it comes to getting started and getting people to trust you with a brand new business. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 practical tips that you guys can implement into your new business in order to get those clients, okay? And if you stay to the end, I have a surprise, kind of like a bonus. So make sure you stay to the end in order to get that so you don't miss it. So the first tip I have is to leverage your existing network. So what does that mean? That doesn't mean that you already have an email list, right? Or you already have a really big social media following. The network that you have access to right now, that's going to be your friends, your family, your coworkers, your old coworkers, people you met in the past, your church members, anybody who you personally know right now. It doesn't have to be any type of connection in regards to business or what you're doing, right? You want to use that network. But where a lot of people go wrong is that they reach out to their network and they try to pitch them, right? So you pitch them on the new business that you started. And yes, you can do that, but a lot of times you'll find that those people are not necessarily your ideal client, right? So they're not the people, they're not qualified leads for you. So what you want to do with your network, instead of pitching them, is that you want to reach out to them in a very casual way. Nothing that's, trying to pressure them to help you with your business. You're just going to reach out very casually and ask them, hey, I've started this new business. Tell them what it is, whatever that business is, and say, hey, do you happen to know anybody who would be interested in this service? Or do you know anybody who is currently looking for something like this that I sell? So you want to tell them about your business and then ask them if they know someone else who would be interested, right? Because that's going to take them off the defense or take the pressure away from them feeling like, oh, well, you're trying to get them to buy into your business because they know you. And now because they know you, it feels awkward for them to tell you no, or they might just try to avoid the whole situation altogether. So it takes away the pressure if you reach out to them and say, hey, do you know anybody who would be interested in my services, instead of pitching them, right? And who knows, by telling them that, they might be in a position where they're actually looking for those services, and that's great too. But that's not your intent whenever you reach out to your network. You want to be reaching out to them in order to spread the word about your business in a very casual, non-pressure, that's not a word, but you know what I mean, way to get them to kind of help your business grow and get those word of mouth referrals. Okay. So that's what I would say would be one of the top strategies as a new business owner, fresh out the gates. You don't have a big following, you don't have an email list, those type of things. I would start with the network that I have. Strategy number 2 is to offer a simple offer. And so what I mean by that is whatever service that you're offering, whatever your business is, find a way to offer something small first, right? So a lot of people don't realize how important it is to offer things, not necessarily just for free, but just to provide value, to over deliver on the value. Something that I learned being an entrepreneur and teaching myself a lot of things is that you have to be willing. Some people don't agree with this, but this is my channel, so I'm just going to tell you what I believe. There are times where you do need to do things for free if the return, makes sense for you. So there are times when I was maybe learning how to do video editing, that I would ask different YouTubers, oh, well, can I make this thumbnail for you? Because that's helping me to practice how I'm building my thumbnails. And then it's also giving me insight into how they're even coming up with their thumbnails. So there are many times in the business world, if you want to be successful, that you need to provide value before somebody pays you money, right? That's just how it is nowadays, right? We have too much access to too many things. People are constantly distracted by sales. We have Amazon where you can order things and it comes literally sometimes the same day that you ordered it. So there are a lot of times, especially in today's time, where you need to provide a lot of value up front before you reap the benefits monetarily, right? So when I say create a simple offer, What I'm saying is, let's say you offer some type of coaching, right? Instead of reaching out to people on social media saying, hey, book this call with me for however many dollars, right? You want to do things like offer a free 30-minute call, right? Or a free 15-minute call, something that provides them value, right? Whether that's a free ebook, a free downloadable. And to mention downloadables, I actually have a link in the description to a free downloadable that you guys can download. It's going to be 10 strategies, kind of what we're talking about today, but it goes more in depth. And then it also gives you example on how to implement those things. So if you want to take a look at that, it's free in the description. Just click the link below. But you want to offer them something for free, right? And offering them value, even if you don't offer it for free. Let's say you offered it at a discounted rate of whatever your normal rate is. That's still providing some sort of value, right? You want to show your potential clients that you're an expert in your area and that you value their time and their money. And the best way to do that is to provide them value before they buy into your business. It sounds backwards, but I'm telling you it works. Strategy number 3 is to utilize online communities. So I know you guys are familiar with Facebook groups and that type of thing. You want to find those type of groups. This is going to be valuable for you because you're basically going to your targeted audience. So you should already know who your target audience is, and then you should find the groups that they're in. So let's just say if you were selling sneakers, for instance, like you had custom sneakers or something, you would want to find the sneakerhead groups that are on Facebook, right? Or if you're targeting people who I don't know, are planning birthday parties and you're some type of event planner, right? You want to get into the wedding groups or to the birthday groups if they have those, or the mom groups, things like that, to where people are planning parties. And then when you get in those groups, guys, you don't want to go in and just post like, oh, I'm so-and-so, this is my business. Buy with me, or check out my website, or check out my services. What you want to do in these groups, and a lot of people skip these steps, and this is why they don't make sales, right? So sales is a long-term game. A long-term game. I can't talk today. It's not immediate, right? Because these people don't know you. You haven't nurtured the relationship, and they don't trust you at the end of the day, right? You're not just going to trust somebody random sending you a message say, hey, these are my services. Come check them out, right? So when you get into these groups, what you need to be doing is being a part of the group, engaging in the group, providing value. And just some of the ways that you do that, and it's more than that in the downloadable, the free downloadable in the description. But just one of the ways that you could do that is kind of go on there a couple times out of the week and see what people are asking, and then respond to those questions if you know the answer, right? So that way you become somebody who they recognize in the group. You become somebody that provides value in the group, and that's how you build trust in those small communities online, right? You want to not just go in there and post your business and things like that. You want to engage in other people's things. When they're asking questions, oh, well, where can I find the best balloons for my upcoming kid's birthday or whatever, right? You want to go ahead and provide that value instead of thinking, oh, well, if I tell them where to get the best balloons, or, where to get the best decor for the party, then they won't use my service. That's not true, because you should be offering more value than that whenever they buy into your service, right? Because I would imagine that you're offering that you take away the stress of planning, that you take away the stress of coordinating all the vendors. Like, there's so many things that go to setting up an event, that providing those little details when they're asking is not going to take away from your business. What it's going to do is actually the complete opposite. It's going to allow them to trust you and to see you as somebody who is an expert in that industry. And then at the end of the day, they're going to book with you. I think this is strategy number 4. So strategy number 4 is to build social proof. And it's okay if you're new, because like I said, we're talking about getting those first few clients, right? So in order to get that social proof in the beginning, what you're going to have to do is offer a free service, free products, or discounted rates, discounted products, things like that, in order to get those initial testimonials, basically. So that's all social proof is that it's telling us, okay, well, so-and-so bought it and they trusted it. They had a good experience. So now I could trust that. That's social proof, right? That's somebody else showing proof that they could trust your service. And when you're brand new, it's really hard to do that because you just don't have the reviews. You don't have the testimonials. So what you have to do is be intentional in the beginning, right? So those, you could reach out to, even if it's friends or family, guys, like, people don't know that it's your friends and family. You can reach out to them and say, hey, give me your honest feedback on this product. Can you try my services? And like I said, sometimes you have to offer it for free in order to get those testimonials, because that's going to give you a return over and over again. So, right, getting a video testimonial, getting written testimonials, you can put those things on your website, on your social media, and constantly reuse those. Just to give you an example, I did it was a group training for travel agents months and months back. Might have been last year. I don't know. I think it might have been last year. I don't know. I've had so much going on. But anyway, I still have video testimonials from that training, right? So I still have people reach out to me and say, hey, I want to get the recording of the video training. And it's not even something that I market anymore, right? I just still have it, right? So it's something that I can sell. And then when people reach out to me about it, I say, sure, whatever. I have the link. I send them the information. If I ever have people who, take a few days or whatever to get the link paid, or, to send their payment, a lot of times I'll just shoot them one of the video reviews. Like, hey, here's a review. I know you were interested in the group training. This is what some of the people who took the training had to say about it. And then boom, they immediately go ahead and make the purchase, right? So video testimonials are so valuable because you can literally trust that it's somebody else that you're watching. And they don't have to be fancy, right? They don't have to sit up in the office with the lights and the cameras and all this. They can literally just hold their cell phone up and say, hey, I use so-and-so business, and this is what I liked about it, blah, blah, whatever, right? And people like authentic content like that because you can trust it. It's not scripted. They didn't pay somebody. I mean, maybe they did, but hopefully they didn't. You could trust the reviews and the testimonials. So that's the kind of social proof you want to always be getting, like from the very beginning. That way you can keep reusing that content in order to grow your sales. And the last strategy I want to talk about is cold outreach. And there's a lot of ways that you can go about doing cold outreach, but I'm going to tell you how I do it. 9 times out of 10, if I'm doing it, I do it on social media, and I'm going to tell you how. So you don't want to just, find somebody who you think is going to be your ideal client and send them a message and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, this is my business. Go check out our page. Nobody's going to do that, right? If they do, they might click on it and scroll a little bit and then be gone, right? So what you want to do is reach out to them and look at their Instagram account. So I'm using Instagram because that's what I'm on a lot. I don't really use Facebook, but this works for, whatever social platform you're on, right? Find your ideal client first, right? And that's a whole nother video, even how to go about finding your ideal client on social media whenever you're doing cold outreach. But if you don't know how to do that, leave a message, leave something in the comments telling me that you want to make a video about that, and I'll make that too. But once you've found your ideal client on social media, you want to look at their page, right? See what kind of things they're posting. See if there's anything that you guys connect on or that you can relate to, and then comment on those pictures, right? Like some of their photos. And not that day that you're going to actually DM them, right? So I would keep a spreadsheet or some type of tracker of the people who I'm cold outreaching to, right? So on the first interaction I have with them, I'm going to write down their username so I know who it is. I'm going to write down how I engaged with them. So did I like 3 photos? Did I comment on these photos? Which photo did I comment on so that I'll know when I come back to it? So you want to do that on day 1, right? And then maybe a day later or 2 days later, then you go back to their account and see, maybe they just had a birthday. Oh, hey, she had a birthday recently. Happy birthday. Like they're not going to be thinking, oh, well, this person don't even know me and they're telling me happy birthday. No, they're probably just going to like it and then comment back and say thank you, right? And then maybe wait a day. And then after that 3rd interaction is where I would send them a DM and say, hey, I noticed that you mentioned your kid's birthday is coming up. I seen it on your story. Do you already have plans for the party? Or, what are your ideas for the party that's coming up? And let it organically develop into, okay, well, I'm an event planner. I would love to shoot you some ideas. Yeah, so you're not even selling them yet. You're still offering value. I would love to shoot you some really cool boy birthday ideas that I have. I'm actually an event planner, and I'm just going to shoot those over to you to take a look at. And then let that conversation and that relationship build organically. And then you sell them on your services, right? Because now you're not a stranger who just messages them in their DMs trying to pitch them something. They recognized you commenting on their page or liking their photos and then sending them value without even asking for anything. People are going to notice that, and that's how you want to operate your cold outreach. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, now that you have my top 5 strategies, I want you to pick which one that resonates with you and then start doing it literally this week or even today. Start it today. Pick one. Let me know which one you're going to go with so that we can keep each other accountable. Just let me know in the comments and I'll stay up to date with what you guys are doing. These strategies are really going to help. And if you really want examples in how to dive into getting new clients from the very beginning, then remember, click that link in the description below and it's a free downloadable. It's going to be 10 strategies with examples on how to actually implement the things that I'm talking about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.